with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News NOWCAST.
Good afternoon, I'm Elspeth Meisner, and thank you for joining us for your Erie News Now Weekend Nowcast. We start today off with the latest vaccine data across the region and across our state as well. Over 44% of Erie County is now vaccinated. Crawford County trails right behind us with 38% of people fully vaccinated, and Warren County is in third place with 30% of people fully vaccinated in their county as well. Sticking with vaccine data, in an effort to get more people in the county vaccinated, Erie County is hosting a vaccine clinic next week at a local school. General McLean High School will host their clinic next Thursday on May 13th. It will run from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. in the high school gym. St. Vincent Hospital will administer the Pfizer vaccine. Now, this clinic is open to anybody 16 and older. Students will be scheduled through the high school, and anybody under the age of 18 will need a parent or guardian's permission. The event is also open to the public, but you do need to have an appointment in advance. Turning now to news around our area for today, it was a big day for students at Penn State Barron as they celebrated their graduation. Although it was rainy out, faculty, parents, and graduates all gathered outside on the soccer field to watch the class of 2021 cross the stage to receive their diplomas. And in order to keep everybody safe, they had a morning and an afternoon ceremony for the different schools at Penn State Barron. Students were happy they were able to finally get their diplomas in person, especially after a very challenging year at school.
Today means everything, just finishing school, being done forever with school. So yeah, that's really how I would tie it up.
And what's next for these two promising students? Hear about their post-graduation plans coming up tonight on Erie News Now at 6 o'clock. Also happening today, the Erie Institute of Technology was quite busy this morning with a welding competition. They held a weld-off for welders young and old. There was a series of different competitions and tasks they had to compete in. It was a way for them to show off their skills and learn from others while enjoying some friendly competition as well. The program director tells us what it's all about today.
You can have a bunch of certifications, but everybody's going to ask you to throw it down. Let me see what you can do. You know, and it's such a nice environment today that this is just like applying for a job. Okay, we're interested in you. Throw it down. Show me what you can do. They're on the clock. You know, if you notice, all the competitors have a very, very serious look on their face right now. That'll all settle in a little bit, but if they do nothing other than gain experience on taking tests, it's huge.
And many different people competed today and learned a lot while also having a fun time. Well, it might not be great weather outside right now for a bike ride, but if you're hoping to get a bicycle this summer, you might be out of luck. That's because there's a nationwide shortage, and the problem might not be solved for another few years. Our Ethan Kibbe has the story.
When Martha Koshorik promised her grandson Tanner a bike, she thought it would be an easy promise to keep. But her plans were met with empty racks and frustration.
I called the other bike shops that are in our area. They either didn't have what we wanted, or they said that maybe we'll have one next week, maybe we'll have one a little bit later.
So when the owner of Competitive Gear on West 12th Street said he had bikes in stock, Koshorik knew she had to move fast.
Grabbed our grandson, and here we are. And we have a bicycle.
The shop's owner says millions of Americans face the same problem. Bike sales boomed last year since everyone wanted to be outside. Manufacturers couldn't keep up.
I order bikes every day. I have 800 bikes on back order. I know pretty much exactly when we're going to get them, but customers are coming in looking for mountain bikes. We're telling them September, first time you're going to see those.
But McMaster says the problem isn't just a small snag in the supply chain. His racks might sit empty for years.
Whatever I order today will be 2023 before I see them. It's just that's how backlogged the factories are.
That's not good news when you make a living selling bikes. McMaster says last year was the best he's ever had. But now his main source of income isn't bike sales.
You're making money on repairs because tons of repairs are coming in because people can't get bikes. So that's what we made money on all last year and this year.
As for Koshorik and her grandson, they're just thrilled to have one of the few remaining bikes.
We're just really, really lucky because I didn't want to give them I owe you a bicycle when they come in. So he lucked out.
Ethan Kibbe, Erie News Now.
McMaster says he has plenty of kids' bikes and a handful of adult ones, but that's basically it. Usually he'd sell up to 50 bikes a week at this time of year, but he simply can't buy any. So now he's averaging from 2 to 3. Erie County is recognizing May as Skin Cancer Awareness Month. County Executive Kathy Dahlkemper issued a proclamation marking the occasion alongside a dermatologist from LECOM. Dahlkemper shared her own story of battling melanoma. Skin cancer is the most common type of cancer, and doctors say it's critical to get regular checkups and take precautions like simply wearing sunscreen.
You can certainly enjoy days at the beach and days on the boat or days in the garden. You just have to be careful. Put on the sunblock, wear a hat.
You don't have to be a dermatologist to know that this is this and that's that, and you don't have to know the names and medical terms. You just need to know that I have these things on my skin now, and if it changes, I'm alert to it, and then I can go see my doctor about that. And you won't do that unless you start with a mental baseline.
And if you do need to get in touch with a doctor, we have a link to find a dermatologist on our website, erienewsnow.com. And the weather outside might be perfect for a movie, but there's simply one problem. Nobody's going out to the movies. The entertainment industry has been hit hard by the pandemic, but now some businesses are starting to feel hopeful with the state lifting restrictions in just a matter of a few weeks. The manager of the Meadville Movie Theater says business has a chance to survive, but so far it's been mostly empty, and that's what we found when we checked it out last Friday night. It's been operating at 75% capacity, but you never know it. Lines for tickets and popcorn are either short or non-existent. The manager says he rarely fills even half of his theater for two reasons. One, because people are still hesitant to be in theaters, but also because there aren't many big movies out right now. And that does it for your Erie News Now Weekend Nowcast. Thanks so much for joining us. Be sure to tune in to Erie News Now at 6 for the latest news, weather, and sports. Have a great day.